Hi, today is September 18th, and the title of today's devotional is Divine Potential. This is day 18 of my 365-day series of going through Henry Blackaby's devotional, Experiencing God Day by Day. Acts 9, verses 26 through 27 says, "When Saul arrived in Jerusalem, he tried to associate with the disciples, but they were all afraid of him, since they did not believe that he was a disciple. Barnabas, however, took him and brought him to the apostles." Only God knows the potential of each believer. We can project what we think God might do in someone's life, but we have no way of knowing. We see only outward appearances and behaviors, whereas God looks at the heart. The apostles were skeptical of someone who professed to be Christians. No one seemed more unlikely to become a dedicated follower of Jesus than Saul of Tarsus. He had been one of Christianity's greatest enemies, even overseeing the murder of Stephen. When Paul suddenly expressed an interest in knowing the leaders of the Christian movement, it was natural for the apostles to suspect devious motives and to doubt his conversion. Nevertheless, despite the apostles' reluctance, Barnabas assumed the best in Paul and risked his own life to be Paul's advocate. You may identify with Paul. Perhaps you are an improbable candidate to be a committed Christian. It may be that God placed a Christian friend beside you to help you develop your faith. Thank the Father for those he has sent to you who believed in what God could do for you, even when others doubted. Perhaps you stand with the apostles. There may be some around you in whom you have little confidence, though they claim to be Christians. Be assured that if God could turn the proud and murderous Saul into one of the greatest saints in history, he is equally capable of redeeming those around you. Don't give up on your fellow believers. Look to see where God is working in their lives, then join him. It is a great privilege to be like Barnabas and to invest in the life of a fellow Christian. This is the purpose of discipleship. This is a really good devotional because in the yesterday's devotional, I talked about how, when I'm praying to God and asking for him to guide me, it's often about me and what I can do for God. But sometimes, all too often, I forget about investing into other Christians, into other believers, and other people to become believers. I know that we should make sure that we are in a good place with God first before we develop and help other Christians. But sometimes intentionally surrounding yourself with other Christians and looking for other believers and helping take them into your own life and help them be a part of your life is one of the best ways to grow in your faith. And I think this devotional does a really good job of talking about that. So thank you so much for listening, and have a good rest of your day. God bless.